Commander Zethara stood before the holographic display, her ancient eyes studying the spiral arms of the Milky Way. At 47,000 years old, she was considered middle-aged among the Valith, the galaxy's oldest sentient species. Their civilization had flourished when most worlds were nothing but molten rock and cosmic dust. Commander, her aide, Crixon, approached with hesitation. The Terran delegation has requested another audience. There, persistent. Zethara's elongated fingers traced patterns in the air, manipulating the galactic map. She zoomed in on a small, blue-green world in the outer rim Earth. Such an insignificant planet, yet it held secrets that made even the Valith uncomfortable. "Tell them what we've told every species for the past millennium," she replied, her voice carrying the weight of eons. "The Valith do not establish diplomatic relations with Sol 3. Crixon shifted nervously. "They're asking why, Commander. The humans have achieved interstellar travel, established colonies on 14 worlds, and their technology advances at an unprecedented rate. By all galactic standards, they qualify for membership in the Cosmic Alliance. By all visible standards, yes." Zethara turned away from the display, her silver robes rustling like whispered warnings. "But there are things in this galaxy older than even we are, Crixon. Things that chose Earth as their sanctuary long before humans ever looked up at the stars." The younger Valith's eyes widened. Throughout their species' vast history, they had catalogued and studied every known form of life in the galaxy. Their archives contained the evolutionary patterns of 1,000,000 worlds, the rise and fall of countless civilizations. But Earth was different. "The sleeping ones," Crixon whispered. Zethara nodded grimly. "When our ancestors first developed faster-than-light travel 30,000 years ago, we discovered something that chilled us to our very core. Earth wasn't just another world teeming with primitive life. It was a prison." She gestured, and the hologram shifted to show Earth in intricate detail. But this wasn't the Earth that humans knew. Strange geometric patterns pulsed beneath the ocean floors, and peculiar energy signatures emanated from specific points across the planet's surface. The beings we encountered there defied every law of physics we understood. They existed partially in our dimension and partially in others we couldn't even perceive. They had been bound to that world by forces we could barely comprehend, contained, but not destroyed. "What did they do?" Crixon asked, though part of him dreaded the answer. "They showed us glimpses of what they once were. Reality shapers. Dimension breakers. They had consumed entire star systems, not for resources or territory, but simply because existence bored them. When they were finally defeated by a coalition of species that no longer exist, the victors couldn't kill them. So they imprisoned them, sealing them beneath Earth's crust and oceans." The display showed ancient structures hidden in Earth's deepest trenches, crystalline formations that seemed to bend light around them. "The prison was designed to be self-sustaining," Zethara continued. "Over millions of years, life evolved on the surface, completely unaware of what slumbered below. The humans are merely the latest caretakers, though they don't know it. But surely the humans have noticed something unusual about their world." "Oh, they have. Their folklore is filled with references to ancient evils, things that should not be disturbed. They speak of places where reality feels thin, of dreams that feel too real, of artifacts that shouldn't exist. But they're remarkably good at rationalizing away what they can't understand." Crixon studied the data streams flowing past them. "The energy readings from Earth have been increasing over the past century." "Yes. As human technology advances, as they dig deeper and reach further, they're unknowingly weakening the seals. Every nuclear test, every deep-sea drilling operation, every attempt to probe the planet's core brings them closer to awakening something that consumed galaxies before their sun was born. Shouldn't we warn them?" Zethara's laugh was bitter. "Warn them of what?" that their entire species exists on a cosmic prison, that their planet is a powder keg waiting to explode? Young Crixon, we tried that once, 20,000 years ago with another species. Do you know what happened? They tried to break the seals themselves. Worse, they tried to harness the power of the imprisoned ones. Within a decade, their entire civilization was consumed from within. Not destroyed, consumed. They became extensions of the sleeping one's will, and we had to sterilize 7 star systems to contain the spread. The weight of this revelation settled on Crixon like a heavy shroud. So we just wait. We monitor. We observe. And we hope that humanity's ignorance continues to be their greatest protection. The seals were designed to last as long as the caretaker species remained unaware of their true purpose. Knowledge is the key that could unlock the prison. What about the other species? Surely some have noticed our avoidance of Earth. The wise ones have learned to trust our judgment. The foolish ones. Zethara called up another display showing the locations of 17 dead solar systems. These were civilizations that ignored our warnings and made contact with Earth anyway. The sleeping ones have many ways of reaching out to those who come too close. A soft chime indicated an incoming transmission. The image of Captain Sarah Chen, leader of the Terran diplomatic mission, appeared before them. Commander Zethara, I understand your species has concerns about formal relations with Earth. Perhaps we could discuss what these concerns are. I assure you, humanity is committed to peaceful coexistence with all sentient species. Zethara looked at the earnest human face, seeing in it the same curiosity and determination that had driven countless species to their doom. Captain Chen seemed so young, so hopeful, so utterly unaware of the cosmic horror sleeping beneath her homeworld's crust. Captain Chen, Zethara replied carefully, there are some secrets that are kept not out of malice, but out of mercy. The Veilith wish humanity a long and prosperous future. We simply believe that future is best served by keeping certain distances. After the transmission ended, Crixon asked, how long do you think they have? Zethara returned to studying the galactic map, her ancient eyes reflecting the weight of terrible knowledge. The seals have held for 65 million years, but human technology advances exponentially. I give them perhaps 2, maybe 3 centuries before someone digs too deep or asks the wrong questions. And then we'll discover whether the galaxy is large enough to run from what humanity will accidentally unleash upon it. In the cold depths of space, the Veilith continued their eternal watch, guardians of a secret too terrible to share, protectors of a species too curious for their own good. And on Earth, humanity continued to reach for the stars, never knowing that their greatest achievement might also be their final act.